talk about the Clippers here today. I'm so disappointed in the Los Angeles Clippers and what they're doing. So disappointed. And today I got a lot of stuff that I want to get off my chest. Just yesterday, again, the Clippers dropped another game. They lost yet another game. And of course, in that game, they sat down basically all of their stars. In the game yesterday that the Clippers played against the Utah Jazz, Kawhi Leonard did not play. Paul George did not play in their two best players. They didn't play the game, right? Now, what's interesting is that the game before that, Paul George played, and then we now found out that last night he wasn't going to be available. And it's gotten to the point where I think the Clippers now and these stars are really developing a very bad reputation. I mean, they already had it, but now it's going to another level. Just yesterday, on ESPN, they were discussing this very thing with Jalen Rose and Kendrick Perkins, and they were talking about this very subject, this very thing that I'm talking about right now. And the opinions that Jalen Rose and Kendrick Perkins gave, I believe, perfectly summarized how we should feel about the Los Angeles Clippers. So what we want to do is we want to play their comments for you now, and then we're going to come back and react to what they had to say. Take a listen to what Jalen Rose and Kendrick Perkins had to say yesterday about the Clippers.
And on the other side, you have the Clippers, and they're stars. I mean, they've been in and out and in and out and in and out of games all season long. So take a listen. Here's Paul George after the Clippers dropped their last 8th game in the last 10. He said, I mean, we've been behind the 8 ball just in terms of injuries and lineups, guys in and out. Urgency starts now. Okay, but it doesn't start exactly right now because Paul George is listed as out tonight against the Jazz. He did miss 5 games with a hamstring injury. You don't want to mess with that, right? You don't want to mess with that. Kawhi,
crazy,
he hasn't played in a back-to-back all year long. So let's just back up a second, take a breath. Define urgency for us, Jalen.
So urgency should have started when Kawhi and PG signed to come to Los Angeles. And if we start looking for places to point, it ain't ownership because he'll write a blank check to put whatever on the floor and to get them an arena. It ain't their coach because Ty Lue is one of the best coaches in the entire league. You know what it is?
Preach.
As a team, that's the JV squad in their market. They're the West Coast version of the Nets. We're still waiting on them to meet their expectations, but good luck with waiting because I still don't believe that this is going to be the year that the Clippers actually make the finals. That's what I got to say about this squad.
Mark?
I'm right there with him. And I had high hopes for the Clippers coming into this season, but now I'm to the point where it's like, man, I mean, damn. And I go back to the disrespect of the generations before us. Like, all this sitting out of games and all this load management, this is what's hurting the Clippers. The basketball gods is not going to reward no team for cheating the game. Like, you have to play the game. Like, it's unfair to the generation that's coming behind us for these guys to be making this type of money and this type of load management. And it's not on Ty Lue. This is on Paul George, and this is on Kawhi Leonard for setting this type of culture. They wanted Doc Rivers out of there. They got him out. They got Ty Lue in the seat. That's who they wanted. They got paydays. They wanted Reggie Jackson. They got him. They got him paid. They got everything and more. This organization has granted them their every wish, and they still haven't delivered. They barely showing up to work. And this is why you shouldn't have faith in the Clippers.
In my opinion, they were 100% on the money. Let's get into the nitty-gritty about the Clippers right now. If we look at 2 of their best players in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the Clippers this season, if I'm not mistaken, have played, 25, so that's 50. So they played about 48 games this season, if I'm not mistaken, 48 or 47 games. Of those available games, Kawhi Leonard has played 22 of them. Kawhi has played less than 50% of the available games this year. 50% less than. That is an abominable number. It's an abomination to basketball. that Kawhi Leonard has played less than... Kawhi is my favorite player, but this is absolute madness. Absolute. But then it doesn't stop there. In the same 47 games, Paul George has only played 31 games, which is the exact amount of games he played last year. And of course, the Clippers continue to lose. The Clippers are 2-8 out of their last 10. As we currently speak, the Lakers are now the number 8 seed in the Western Conference. The number 8 seed. Let me tell you guys something. I'm so disgusted with this team. I'm disgusted with this team. And I'm getting very close to not rooting for this team anymore. It has come to that. Why? Because what they're doing, number one, in my personal view, goes against everything basketball is supposed to be about. There are two things that are in concert in basketball, two major components, which is what? The games, the players, and the fans. And in the middle, you have the commissioner, you have TV, you have radio, you have sports, all of that stuff. But the two biggest components of this sport are the fans and the game itself, which comprises the players. What we're seeing right now is the game or the fans being cheated. This makes absolutely zero sense to me. What the Clippers are doing, I 100% don't abide by it. I don't know what their strategy is. I do not know what their strategy is. If their strategy is to preserve the stars, then we got to really sit down and look at what the hell is happening in sports science today. And we're going to get to that in another show. We got to really sit down and look at it. To me, the Clippers are the joke of the NBA, in my personal view. Now, there's other people that have been saying it's other franchises. No, I'm going to say it's the Clippers. Do you know why the Clippers, in my opinion, are turning into the biggest jokes in the NBA? Because of the talent that they have. Other teams are bad because they don't have enough talent. They don't have enough cohesiveness. In the case of the Clippers, they have everything. You have the richest owner in sports. You have arguably the best coach in the NBA in Ty Lue. You have all of the requisite talent. You have all of the facilities. You have all of these things working in your favor. And this is the product that they're putting out there? This is the product? And you're telling me that, oh, all of this is going to come together at the very end. So just hold on, because if they continue to do this, they're going to win the championship. I don't believe so anymore. I don't believe so. And I'm getting very close to stop rooting for this team and to stop rooting for this BS. In my personal view, I'll give you guys a quick basketball story. When I first became a basketball fan, I had two favorite players. It was obviously Kobe and Steve Francis. Some of y'all remember who Steve Francis is. Very exciting guy. But all too often, Steve Francis used to let me down in so many of his performances. You just always wanted him to go that step forward, but he didn't. He just stopped delivering. And I said to myself, I'm not rooting for a player and a team that's going to disappoint me. I'm done doing this. I'm going to now just root for Kobe and a guy that's actually going somewhere. Concrete. That's the way I'm feeling about the Clippers and Kawhi and all of this. I don't abide by this. I don't support anything that they're doing. I don't support any of this. I barely watch the games. Do you know why? Because I barely know what I'm going to get on a night in and out. I pay for NBA. We pay for NBA, NBA TV or whatever it is. We have a package with them, so we can watch all the games. But imagine the people that now pay to go see the games physically, who pay more money than you pay for your NBA League Pass, because you're going to pay for tickets, you're going to pay for food, you're going to pay for all of those stuff just to go to the game and get there, and then see none of these people and see none of these players, and then watch them lose. And then we're supposed to sit back here and say, oh, no, this is part of the grand scheme. I am this close to stop rooting for the Clippers and to stop rooting for Kawhi Leonard. I am this close. If they're going to do all of these ceremonies, they better win the championship. They better win the championship doing all of this. Because if they don't, it was an absolute waste of time. I am this close to stop rooting for this team because I don't care no more. I really don't. These are my thoughts and opinions. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.